There's only one quarterback that I'd start my NFL team with right now, and it's Justin Herbert. Not only did he throw for over 5,000 yards, he rushed for 300. Once the Chargers are able to protect this guy and get him some more weapons, he's going to be unstoppable. Like, there's just no doubt about it. I was scrolling through YouTube earlier, and I found a post in regards to the most passing yards in a player's first 2 seasons. Justin Herbert has 9,350, and the second highest is Andrew Luck with 8,196. I mean, that's over 1,150 yards more that Herbert has than the second closest, who, by the way, is Andrew Luck, one of the best quarterbacks that has ever played in the NFL. Of course, he retired early, but when he was on the field, he was an absolute stud. I mean, a monster, and he didn't even have that much help around him. It was unbelievable for those of you that remember watching Andrew Luck, of course. But for Justin Herbert, I need to see this team protect him more and then go out and replace Mike Williams. Another statistic that I found is that Keenan Allen has the most receptions since 2017. There was a video that came out on one of my favorite podcasts, or not really, it wasn't, well, technically it was a YouTube video, but it was also a podcast. And it said, it was like, is Keenan Allen a top 15 wide receiver? And you can go and look it up. And you'll find my comment saying, this is disrespectful. I mean, Keenan Allen's a 5-time Pro Bowler. Top 15? Keenan Allen's a top 10 receiver. He's an absolute stud. The Chargers have way too many holes, though. I'm not going to sit here and act like I'm a Charger expert because you guys watching this know more about the Chargers than me. It's facts. I'm not even going to argue it. But what I will say is they need a defensive tackle. They need a corner. They need probably a linebacker. They need to protect Herbert more on the offensive line, like the right side. They need another running back. Joshua Kelly hasn't worked out. I can't remember at the top of my head the other player's name, not Justin Jackson, but Charger fans let me know so I can get that down. But there's another running back that hasn't worked out. Am I missing a tight end? Dalton Schultz would be incredible. Obviously, Devontae Adams, they'd have to trade a first-round pick and probably a third for him, which I would stay away from that. I'd rather go out and draft a receiver like a Chris Olave or a Traylon Burks, something like that. Do not trade for Devontae Adams. Please don't, guys. I mean, he's going to want over $30 million a year, and he's getting up to, he's almost 30 years old. So I know it sounds promising, but Justin Herbert's 23 years old. Like, there's no reason to panic right now and go get Devontae Adams. Just draft a receiver, man. Like, it's as simple as that. But moving on, there's a couple of more things that I want to talk about. I can't wait for spring break or summer vacation to where I can really dig deep into this Charger stuff because it's so interesting. How about Calvin Ridley? Training for Calvin Ridley would be amazing. He's 26 years old, 27 years old. Amazing route runner. Had the most air yards in the league, of course, in his last full season. Not this year because he missed time due to personal issues. But the year before that, he was first in air yards. So first in air yards with Matt Ryan, let alone Justin Herbert. That would be incredible. And if you look at Tom Telesco, who's the general manager of the Chargers, he spoke about the offseason, and to no one's surprise, he said that he wants to make sure on offense that they don't take a step back, which is pretty big news because the Chargers are one of the best, most potent offenses in all of football. So for them to not take a step back, they're going to have to really upgrade it, and I think they will. And he said that he wants to protect Justin Herbert and then find him weapons. And he also spoke about Josh Palmer, who doesn't get talked about enough. I mean, third-round pick for the Chargers in last year's draft. Absolutely balled out. He's a pro. He really works at it, said Telesco. He has a bright future. I completely agree. He's one of my favorite players on the entire roster. I can't wait to see what his future unfolds. But for this Chargers team, they need to take a significant step forward. Even though they're not necessarily a young team, because the Chargers aren't old by any means, but they're not really a young team. It's kind of a mix. But they still need to take a step forward. How that happens, I don't know. I'm not the general manager, but as a fan of the Chargers, I want to see this team be in the playoffs. I want to see them get stops on third down. I don't want to see them get dominated on the ground like they did last season. And then on offense, I want to see a little bit more of how do I phrase this? A little bit more versatility. Is that a good way to phrase it? I want to see them be able to use multiple players. For example, let me use an example. So you have Austin Eckler. He received an insane amount of carries. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but if you look at last season to this, it's pretty absurd the amount more carries he got. And the reason for that is because they didn't have anyone else that was more productive. they could definitely try to get a little bit more tricky with it. I don't know, maybe the way they call plays, or they go out and they bring in another veteran next to Eckler. I still want to see Eckler get goal line work because personally, he's, 5'10", 5'11". He's just 27 years old, so it's not like I'm worried about Eckler on the goal line. He can definitely handle those amount of carries. But I don't want to see the Chargers get burnt out by the time they get to the playoffs. Sorry, guys, it took me forever to phrase that, but that's kind of where I'm getting at. Is I want the Chargers to make the playoffs, but I don't want them to be burnt out by the time they get there. So just keep guys fresh. As simple as that. I mean, they play in a difficult division. They've got the Denver Broncos. If they go and get Aaron Rodgers, that is scary. You've got a team like, of course, the Kansas City Chiefs, who aren't going anywhere. The Las Vegas Raiders are only on the way up. I mean, they made the playoffs, beating the Chargers in the last game. I mean, the Chargers could have easily tied that game and made the playoffs, but Justin Herbert was awesome, man. He was like, I never wanted to tie so bad. They caught him lacking right there, but yeah, it's just an unbelievable division. I'm going to end the video on this. Please go down in the comment section and drop as much Chargers links as you want, whether it's articles, podcasts, YouTube videos. I know a couple of you guys have been doing this for me because at the end of the day, my goal is to come up here every single day, or at least every other day, and make a Charger video. Of course, when the offseason starts and the draft and the season, this is going to be completely different. But in my free time, I'm going to go down in the comments, and I'm going to click on these videos, and it could be as soon as this weekend, bro. It could be tomorrow. I don't really know, but I want to get my knowledge up on the Chargers. Of course, if you haven't already, like if you're still watching and you haven't subscribed or dropped a like, please do so, as it would help get my name out there, which is helping me pursue my dreams. I'm trying to get sports journalism, so I've got a Chargers channel. I'm looking forward to it. I don't have an NFL channel of any other team. It's just the Chargers, so this is what I got, bro. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Have a good rest of your night. And of course, Thunder Alley, I'm signing out. Peace.